Hi, and welcome to Michelle Creations. We are making a couple of Christmas ornaments today. And I want to start with the top of the ornament because if you can see this, this is where the loop would go and you'd put your string or your hook or whatever into. Well, inside the mold, if you can see that, it actually needs to be closed shut. That's opened. And it needs to be squeezed shut so that this hole doesn't get filled in, the inside of the top. So I have a couple of these little clips from Dollar Tree, and we are just going to attach it to the top of it like this, just to seal that hole. See how it pushes it together? And then what I want to do is I want to pour that first, let it cure, and then I can take these off and put the mold down on the ground or on the table where it belongs so it doesn't have a chance of tipping over. I've gone ahead and mixed up some resin. I put in, I'm almost out of this. I've got to order some more. It's HTV white. I got this from Amazon. And then I have Pinata. And this is white. It's a pearl. And it just gives it a really nice shimmer. So then we added those two to our resin, ran that through my debubbler, and I am actually, let's spray it first. I do not want to get bubbles in the top of that. And these are IntoResin molds. I got these off of the website. They were on sale. And I think I want to drop this in. So this is going to take me a minute. I'll put you on a fast forward so you don't have to sit here and watch me in slow-mo. But I don't want any bubbles down in there. So I want it to take its time and go all the way down into the bottom of that loop and fill it in. As a matter of fact, I'm just tilting it from side to side to make sure that if there is an air pocket, that it has an opportunity to work its way out. And then while that one settles, I'm going to do the same thing to this one, and we're just going to fill these up. Just the loop portion. Okay, that just fills in that little portion. I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of this, pour it into something else, and we'll come back. All right, we've gone ahead and mixed. I measured out both of these and both lids, and they hold 4 ounces per bulb. So I went ahead and made up 8 ounces, and we added our HTV white and our Pinata alcohol ink and the pearl, and I ran it through the debubbler already. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray. This has got quite a bit of fine detail work on the inside that I want to make sure we try and avoid as many bubbles as possible. So I'm just going to rub the inside with some alcohol. And then we are going to pour this nice and slow. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one to give it a chance to kind of, for the resin to kind of settle down in the bottom without any bubbles. And then I'll go back and fill them both up. And then just to make sure we don't get any bubbles, if at all possible, I'm just going to rotate these, and it'll push the resin down into all of these decorative pieces. Hopefully, coat them all up, giving us even a better chance of not getting any bubbles. And I'm running the resin all the way up to the top line because they've got decoration clear up on the top of these baubles as well. So this way we have the absolute best. I'm going to do this one again. I don't think I went clear to the top. All right, and then we'll fill them up. And then I'm going to I'm going to spray this one with alcohol. That's probably enough. And I'm going to go clear up underneath these edges. I want to be super careful. I don't want to break that seal that we've created down into the into the top of that, in what's going to be the little hook. And I like that you can see through this mold, because we're going to need to be able to, in order, because we're going to get bubbles right here around this rim. It's flat and there's nowhere for those bubbles to go. So we're going to go ahead and top it so that it just comes just barely over the center part. And I'm just going to take, yeah, I see bubbles. We're just going to work this around the edge and get all those bubbles out from underneath that rim, hopefully. That's why it's also super important to run this through a debubbler or something to make sure that you've got as many bubbles out as possible, because as the bubbles rise, they're going to get caught in this lip and you're going to end up with bubbles in there anyway. So the fewer bubbles that we start with, the better. I'm going to let that one sit. No, I'm going to fill it just a little bit more. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it just like it is. And then we're going to take our other lid, which has had my paddle draining into it. And we are going to do the same thing with it. They both have little intricate pieces all over the lid. The other one had snowflakes. Obviously can't show that to you now, but I will when it's done, obviously. Again, we're filling it just past that lid. Set that over there so I don't knock it over. And then we're just going to run our stick around the edge. See the bubble coming up? Oh, there's another one. We'll make sure that those pop and they don't get sucked back down in there. I don't see any others. Okay, I don't see any more. I do see one, I think, in this one though. Yep, I had one right there that popped up. Alright, we're going to finish doming those up, and then we will come back and we will demold them. Alright, let's see what we can do here. This piece in the middle, we're going to have to separate. I'm just going to have to drill it out just a little bit, maybe. It's pretty thin. Oh yeah, I'll just clean it up with the drill bit. Oh, got one little bubble right there. Dang it. Super pretty. Well, let's just take them both out and then we'll do the bases. And then I gotta come up with a game plan of how I'm going to color these tops, because that was way too much work to do prior. Oh, this one almost came out perfect. The whole. So this one's got the tiny little snowflakes on it. Cute. These are nice flexible molds. That's nice. Twist and pull. Get that folded right side out again. Ah! Give me my finger. And then this one. And then we'll take a look at them. Should have gloves on doing this. Alright. So this has got the snowflakes on it. I don't see any bubbles. Yeah, that came out beautifully. So these two, oh, it fits wonderful. Cute. And this one, oh, these are holly leaves on the top. Those are all holly leaves. This is a very thick-walled one. Let's heavier too, I think, than the other one, but it seems smaller. And then it's got the holly leaves and berries and stuff on the side. Cute. All right, let me come up with a game plan and I will bring you right back. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this little, I have a hole right there, just a little tiny one. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to actually put it back here a little bit so it's not in the way. And this is just a micro brush. I've pulled the little cotton swab thingy off of the end of it. And I'm just going to build that layer up. So we're going to put some resin in there. And then we're going to cure it. And we're going to get some more and just keep layering up until it's even with the rest of the jar lid. I've got some reds for our berries. These are the Let's Resin acrylic markers from, well, Let's Resin. If you haven't got these, you're going to love them. They are amazing. It says they're juicy and vibrant, and they are not wrong. They are so juicy. And that's such a weird name, a weird way to describe it, but it is dead on. So let's start with the holly because I think that's going to be the easier of the two. We're just going to shake it. Probably should do that with the lid on it. And then we're just going to color our leaves. I'm going to put you on a fast forward because you do not need to sit here and watch me paint all of these.
Each project made with patience and a whole lot of heart. So grab your seat and join me, let the good times roll. Crafting side by side, it's glitter for the soul. Myself creations, come and see. Craft and laugh, make memories. From my hands to yours with love. Crafting a life we're dreaming of.
Hey, what do you think? They're really pretty. I love that they brought the snowflake out in the middle here. So there's a little bit of a snowflake hanging out in the middle, so it looks like our pattern repeats like it should. Not 100% sure I'm sold on this color. It's a beautiful color, it's fine. I think I'm looking for more of a gold. This is our poinsettia. And I gave it some dimension by putting the gold in the middle of our leaves and then going back over it with the green and then highlighting the inside of the berries with the gold as well. And then, like I said, they're a little jar. I got paint everywhere. They're super cute. They're big enough to hold a ring or, you know, some change or something like that. These would also make really cool gift boxes. If you were going to gift money or something like that, put it in there and then wrap it up. You could put Cricut like the year, like 2025 on the bottom of them or something. And give them like that. Love it. They're both super cute. So we have this one and this one. And as always, I'll get pictures and put them up here at the end so you can see both. And that's it. Until next time, I appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's free for you and it helps us out a ton. And until next time, I will see you then. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.